Good morning, or good evening, YouTube. Good morning, Japan. It is September the 2nd, 2012. This is the J-MELO recap for the episode which would air on Monday, September 3rd. Why am I saying January? I don't know. Tell I'm out of practice. I do apologize. Last week there was no episode, but with summer getting ready to come to a close here in the U.S., I felt, finish up my summer break and then we would get ready to get back into overdrive. He had some big news apparently while I was gone. Versailles taking a break, as I mentioned in a video not that long ago. And I've pretty much said how I felt about that, but just to reiterate for those who haven't seen the video, and it's going to be, you know how people like Marty Friedman have said that Perfume is one of the groups you can credit for saving the Japanese music industry or helping it? Well, you can almost say the same thing with Versailles, but what are you going to do? They feel they need to take a break and figure out what direction they want to go in. This will be, I think, the first time they've taken a break since the death of Jasmine Yu. Could be wrong on that one. Somebody will probably correct me, no doubt. This week we had a very interesting episode. It was a interview with a group called VAMPS. I'm almost tempted to call this episode an interview with VAMPS, but an interview with a vampire or something, but nah, I won't do it. They were the guests. Exclusive comment from Yuko Oshima from AKB48 and Yasuaki Shimizu, yeah, and a member of Team J-MELO, Kazumi Watanabe. I know I won't butcher that one. Songs that were performed were Angel Trip by VAMPS, the guests for the week, Gingham Check from AKB48, and the song Revive by Kazumi Watanabe and Yasuke Shimizu. Let's see here. A couple of the highlights that came out of the interview from the interview with VAMPS. Now, I didn't get to hear really all of it because I was actually out of the room cleaning my glasses, actually. But two big things that I did hear were, one, they were talking about potentially going to countries they've never been to as far as touring goes. They are not, they're very open to doing that and they're not against it. The other thing was their differences between VAMPS and their other band, which I believe is Lars and Ciel, a little band you might have heard of. So that was pretty cool, and of course the song Angel Trip was played. We also got to see a video for the song Revive with Kazumi Watanabe and company, and the interesting thing is, in that video there's a bell that is playable. There's actually four. One is for repose, the other is for remembrance, the other is for revival, and the other one was for hope. I was stuck for a second. I had to try and remember. Beautiful song. I do suggest that if you can find the song on YouTube, or if you can find the song on Amazon or Google Play or any of those websites, by all means do check it out. Yes, please go legal when you go look for these songs, because as far as I'm concerned, we need to support the Japanese music scene, not try and screw it over with illegally downloading songs. It was actually a very beautiful song, and I'm glad I got the chance to hear it. Which, you know, the fact that song came at the end of the program, and before that we had Gingham Check with AKB48, is kind of makes you go, whoa! Bit of a jarring transition, but nonetheless it was one that I thought was very well done. And I believe that is all we have for this week. Those were the main highlights. I do apologize for there not being an episode last week, which was, by the way, the Japanese dance adventure with members of Morning Musume. However, weather here was pretty much brutal, and I figured I'd take one more week off before we get back in overdrive and get back into the swing of things. So I don't know if you people over in Japan celebrate Labor Day, but I hope you have a great Labor Day. Oh, and what is it about you and your Japanese dramas that make me, you know, have the leaf-tape effect? You know, bet you can't watch just one. Goddamn, I'm watching this show called Goku-sen, and I'm loving every minute of it. Although whoever did the subtitles needed to use a spell check, but that's another story. Anywho, you all have a great Sunday night and Monday morning. I shall talk to you next Sunday night at 8 o'clock Eastern here in the U.S. Until then, my friends, sayonara and take care.